So we're doing a little bit of an amended program today, so not our typical format. So I think we're going to take a break for just a minute, and we're going to pause to do our Pledge of Allegiance and invocation, and then we'll just dive right in. And then we can circle back around at the end, see if there's any more questions that have come up before we wrap up for today. So, all right, Dave, Shirley, if you could load the flag for us, please. All right. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then do I have a volunteer for the invocation today?
I will.
Thank you, Hannah.
Okay. Dear God, thank you for the wonderful information that we find out here and the wonderful people that we meet and are lucky enough to be together with. Let us pray that others will also join us and get excited about our Kiwanis programs. Please be with all the kids and youth that in the community that we're helping. Amen.
Thank you. All right, so I know this is the part that you guys all come for, a joke of the day. So the one I have today, Josh, you're laughing. What is the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but their flag is a huge plus.
Good one, Rachel.
I figured you'd be proud. All right, okay, so let's move on to announcements. Does anybody have any announcements for us today?
I would like to just thank everybody who participated in the food bag program. Roland for helping me deliver the stuff, and as well as John Bruce. Really appreciate that. We've brought in about 20-25% of all the food that's collected that day from the community through Kiwanis. So you did a great job. I'm in the process of having another meeting to get more bags, and so as you want a bag, you'll be hearing from me again about how we can deliver those to you. So thanks again. I really appreciate it.
I'll go ahead and start the ball rolling on the Seas Candy sales. We're going to start selling on Black Friday at the Sears location, Friday, November 27, and wind up December 22. And I'll be creating an online volunteer sign up that will be done. And I'd like maybe John to add in a few words about the Seas Candy sale and the online website.
Yeah, so Dave and I were working through the night last night. It's nice to know Dave's a late night guy too. We were able to do some test runs with our website about putting PayPal buttons on there so everybody can order through the website. And it looks like it's going to work. We've got to do some ways to make it look attractive and load some pictures and that sort of thing. But I think it's going to look, well, it looks like, well, there you go. See, Dave's got it like that. Now they're all say soft centers, but we just did that. He just duplicated the button. So that's kind of what we're thinking. And then everybody should be able to order from there, view their cart and pay. And then I think we're going to do something like, give us 48 hours to get it ready, or to at least 24 hours to get it ready. And they can pick it up at the Sears place. If it's a huge order, maybe we make an accommodation and deliver it, to them, So if Rachel wants to giant order for all her staff at the bank, we'll get it to her. So, or Earl, all his friends out at Eagle Crest, we'll get it to him. So that kind of thing. But anyway, look, we're on target here. We've got the Sears building locked down. Hannah and I got the key this morning from Mr. Bryant. So we're looking good.
I have one thing to say, and that is I want to ask a favor of people that are going to be ordering from our club. As soon as we get that website up online, you can either order there or call me before I even order from C's. Then that way we will order your stuff plus the stuff we're getting for the general public. So that will be very helpful. And I'm working on getting decided what we're going to order, but just feel free to call me as soon as possible so I can get your orders on the order. Thank you.
Yeah, that's to kind of back up what she says there. We are planning to open Black Friday. We'll be there for 4 hours at the Sears building. I think is what we talked about. So if there's a people that have done a ton of orders, we might have a bunch of sales happening that day where people come and pick them up. So that would be a good problem to have. So.
Yep, but I want to know ahead of time before I order. I'm going to order in about a week and a half.
Okay. Which means Dave and I'll have to get that website up and rolling here soon. So. Right,
but they can still just call me because everybody kind of here knows mostly what we have. So do not hesitate. Thank you.
Carl, when does the ad through the Chamber of Commerce go out?
That won't go out until I think the first week of November.
First week in November. Okay.
Yeah. And the candy will be ordered already by then. So what I want to do is go back to people that have ordered it in the past and contact them, plus get a hold of the marketing guy at the chamber and contact businesses, cold calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, any other announcements today? All right, John, it looks like it's back to you if we have any more questions to wrap us up today.
John, did you say you live in Redmond?
I live in Prineville.
Live in Prineville, okay.
Yes, currently live in Prineville, but I want to move into Redmond. But when COVID hit, that just slowed a lot of things down. And so I haven't been able to see much as like I want to.
Okay. And did you say you joined Kiwanis there or looking to join?
I did join Kiwanis there. Phil Burgess, Gary Romine.
Yeah.
You know, and I haven't seen many of the people that are with the Prineville Kiwanis because of COVID.
Right.
You know, the restrictions and so. But
Right.
there's a lot of people here. I love it. I love it.
So you can
added this piece where I'm the internship coordinator for Redmond. And then that's how I got here. And I want to be able to give back to the community like people have given to me. I know Josh has tried, I make this barbecue sauce, it's John John's barbecue sauce, and it's going to be going on the market in the next 5 months. It's really good stuff. And I'm vegetarian, by the way. So for me to make barbecue sauce as a vegetarian, that doesn't match, does it? It doesn't match at all. And so I'm a person that I like to do entrepreneurial things. I still love helping the kids. I'm part of Fellowship for Christian Athletes, and we help a lot of the athletes in the area. And if you guys have any kids of your own, grandkids, you know, I would be willing to help train them, you know, put on free clinics for the area. You just let me know. And do you guys have any questions? I know I talked a lot. Any questions?
Again, I just have to say, as an ex-principal, I love the job that you're doing, trying to find places for those kids to get real-world experience in the whether in school, doing the internships. So keep that up. That's a great thing to be able to do.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And so if you guys know EDCO, Economic Development for Central Oregon, Roger Lee, Aaron Chayette, those are the people I report to. Well, we have Youth Career Connect as a company that's underneath that. And it's led by Larry Holman. And if you guys know Larry, he's been in the area for Redmond about 3 or 4 years running this program. Well, he needed some help. And so he brought me in to run the Redmond area. Now he's running the Bend area, and then we have another person out in Madras. And so for me, my job was to come in and just basically just perform where he left off. And so COVID hit. As soon as I got my job here in March, COVID hit. And then that just put me in the house. We had to come up with virtual platforms to try and engage some of these kids as well as the businesses. And it's been the hardest thing because you're trying to get a kid to go work, but now they have a taste of what it's like to sit home and kind of be lazy a little bit. And then you want to go help the business, but then if the business is doing really, really well, they're really busy. If the business is not doing so well, they don't want to see you and they don't want to see an intern. They're just trying to stay above water. So I've had to walk this fine line of how I wanted to conduct business and try to help some of these kids. And I know for most of you guys, you have businesses out there. Can you share with me some of the businesses that you've been working with or that you own? I know, Josh, you're with Edwards.
Yep, you'll see Chris Ritchie on here. He's also with Edward Jones.
Nice.
Hi, John. I'm John Duff. I'm with Alliance Professionals. We're a CPA firm, but I'm also with REA, and we help put on the Crab Crack, which helps fund the Youth Connect position. So
yes, thank you.
Very, very happy to have you here, and would look forward to meeting you personally as soon as possible. I'm curious. I know this program is, I think Larry has been able to match close to 100 kids.
Yes.
In the last year before COVID hit.
Yes.
Have you been able to, I mean, what does it look like now matching kids? Are the kids working from home? Are you still able to connect? How are you connecting with kids, and how are you able to match them up in this situation?
Yeah, great question. What we created over the last 4 months, because COVID, there were a lot of restrictions and new guidelines coming out every day. We created a virtual platform where the kid can actually go on to our website, schedule an appointment with me, and then we can do a Zoom call, a personal phone call to help this kid do his resume, learn how to get a job, the do's and don'ts of an interview, as well as the language that he's going to put on a cover letter. And it has everything on our website that's really, really easy and that I've been able to walk kids through. The part that we've been really trying to structure and get set is for the businesses. You know, when we're talking to COOs, CEOs, secretaries, we're trying to get them to go to our website and use our virtual platform so that they can get an intern. And so it's a fine line, but as far as grabbing those kids, to answer your question, we've created a virtual platform that is very, very successful. And we've started getting interviews set over the last 2 or 3 days because we just rolled it out for last Friday. And so now we're starting to get kids interviewing, scheduling questions, and it's been very, very successful.
And kids have to be 16 to do it, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we'll take high school kids from freshmen all the way up to college kids, in the area.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Nelly.
I had a question. What is an ideal internship referral? So if I'm not a business owner, but I know business owners, what can I keep my ears open for kids?
Sure. So there are there are several different business lanes that you can go to, or what we call verticals. You have manufacturing, services, admin, and what's awesome about what we have, a lot of the kids at these schools from Redmond, Ridgeview, and RPA, they kind of have an idea of what they want to do. Some want to work in auto industry. Some people want to be a dentist, a lawyer. We're able to categorize those kids and then drive them down the lanes that they want by talking to businesses like you. And so, it depends. If you have a need and you said, I need a couple of interns and I need them to be in manufacturing, then I'll look on my list of kids who want to specialize in manufacturing, from 16 to 24, and then set up the interviews for you. And you might have to interview 4 or 5 kids and then pick the best one of that group.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
John, as you've
Yes.
looked places to put kids, have any of the government agencies been willing to work with you to take an intern?
Great question. We were talking to, like when I was in Prineville, we were talking to City Hall, you know, some of the, just to kind of get a feel for how they've done things with the internship program there. They haven't been able to really bring any kids in because of the guidelines. Like I'm in City Hall right now. They've shut it down, you know, to the public. And so it's really, really difficult for me to get a kid in here, you know, with all of the guidelines and restrictions in place. Good question.
Thank you.
Hey, John, this is Chris. I'm just checking out the website and I noticed, one, it looks very easy to use.
Yes.
But I noticed, like, when I had a couple internships, most of it was like, I got free coffee and donuts. But these are actually, it looks like a lot of them actually are paid.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct. So for our internship program, you can be paid or unpaid. What the kids are getting, they're getting half a credit for 65 hours. If they go over the 65 hours, you know, some of them have hit 120, they'll get a full credit. That's huge. And especially for these kids that want to work, and you can get paid for this as well. The minimum wage is what we're offering them, but then some companies will give them, you know, as much as $17, $18 an hour, and they're getting credit for it. So it's awesome.
So
sorry,
what does that credit equal out to? Like an hour of class or 2 hours
Yes.
of class?
Yes. Yes. So over the 65 hours, they'll get a half a credit
Okay.
of work. And so we have a system set up on our end that will keep track of that kid's work schedule. And once he has completed those hours, then we'll give him a certificate of completion and then record, you know, anything that'll help this kid later on in life. You know, we'll be a good reference for the student.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry, we don't have the donuts and the coffee, Chris.
John?
Yeah, another question during the program. When we would do this, oftentimes we'd have some resistance from teachers because the kids would need to be out of school. Sometimes they could get 1 hour or 2 hours, but normally work sites want more than a 1 hour experience. What is the cooperation with the school district in a program like this?
Yeah, good question. So for our kids, what we've done, and it's really neat on our platform, is the kids will select the hours that they can work, and we suggest that they work them outside of school. And so they'll pick part-time, evening part-time. We'll figure out if they have options and time on the weekend. And you got to understand, some of these kids are in sports, you know, they're in band. And so we will really, and it's my job as the internship coordinator to go over that kid's schedule and see what his hours are. And once we get an idea, we'll create a profile for him. And then when like Naomi or Rachel or Roland or you guys are saying, hey, I want to hire this kid, tell me a little bit about him. You know, I can click a button on that kid's name and then tell you exactly what hours he's looking for. And if that doesn't work for you as a business, then I'll go find another kid that it works for. So it's a really, really neat structure, but I'm doing probably 80% of the work, you know, and getting this kid protected and ready to go. We'll talk about how he dresses. You know, if you park in the parking lot, keep your car clean. You know, just all the little things. Come with good hygiene. Don't chew gum. You know, bring your resume, bring copies. You know, just everything is all set when you get this kid.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
John, my name is Alan Unger. I was on the Ready, I'm retired, but I was on the Ready board before, and I'm also a board member for COCC. So I want to reach out and help you as you talk about the challenge of meeting with people. You know, the campus here in Redmond is sort of open, and let's talk. Maybe we could figure out a way for you to make your meetups with students there.
Okay, thank you. Sure. Thank you.
So I'm not sure how. I guess I'll call Ready and I'll get a hold of you somehow.
Yeah, and actually, I will give you my information before we hang up, and then make it easier that way. And I think, Josh, do you have his information? Okay.
Yes, I do. I can connect you to.
Okay. And
Absolutely.
I'll send an email.
Great.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Alan. Thank you.